The Baroque era dawned in the early 17th century, a period of immense change and upheaval across Europe. Emerging from the shadow of the Renaissance, the Baroque movement marked a distinct shift in artistic, musical, and cultural expression. While the Renaissance celebrated balance, harmony, and classical ideals, the Baroque embraced drama, grandeur, and emotional intensity. Originating in Italy, the heart of the Catholic Church, the Baroque rapidly spread throughout Europe. It captivated the courts of kings and queens, leaving its ornate imprint on palaces, churches, and public spaces. From the sun-drenched piazzas of Rome to the opulent palaces of Vienna, Baroque art became synonymous with power, prestige, and the divine. This new artistic wave wasn't confined to a single nation's borders. The Baroque's influence transcended geographical boundaries, reaching Spain, France, Flanders, and beyond. Each region infused the style with its own cultural nuances, creating a rich tapestry of Baroque expressions across the continent. Baroque art was anything but subtle. It was a feast for the senses, characterized by its exuberance and unrestrained ornamentation. Imagine walking into a Baroque cathedral, your eyes drawn upwards towards a ceiling teeming with angels and swirling clouds. That's the essence of Baroque. Elaborate ornamentation was a hallmark of Baroque art. Painters, sculptors, and architects employed intricate details to create a sense of movement and drama. Nothing was too extravagant or too ornate in the world of Baroque. The Catholic Church played a pivotal role in the rise and spread of Baroque art. Reeling from the Protestant Reformation, the Church sought to reaffirm its authority and reassert its influence. What better way to do so than through the awe-inspiring power of art? Baroque art became the Church's visual language, a means of communicating its doctrines and inspiring the faithful. Grand churches and cathedrals, adorned with opulent decorations and dramatic paintings, served as tangible reminders of the Church's power and the glory of God. This embrace of extravagance stood in stark contrast to the Protestant emphasis on simplicity and austerity. While Protestant churches were characterized by their bare walls and lack of ornamentation, Catholic churches overflowed with gilded altars, intricate carvings, and life-size sculptures of biblical figures. Baroque art, in essence, became a weapon in the religious and political battles of the era. Section 4. A Feast for the Senses, Expressions of Baroque. The Baroque movement was not confined to painting and sculpture. It permeated all forms of artistic expression, from the soaring heights of architecture to the intricate steps of dance. The Baroque era was a feast for the senses. In architecture, the Baroque style manifested itself in grand palaces, churches, and public buildings. These structures were characterized by their imposing facades, dramatic curves, and elaborate decorations. Think of Bernini's colonnade in St. Peter's Square in Rome, a masterpiece of Baroque design that embraces visitors with its sweeping grandeur. Music in the Baroque era was equally dramatic and emotionally charged. Composers like Bach, Handel, and Vivaldi created works that were both mathematically precise and emotionally resonant. From the soaring melodies of opera to the intricate counterpoint of fugues, Baroque music stirred the soul and showcased the technical brilliance of its composers. Section 5. A Legacy of Grandeur, Baroque's Enduring Impact. The Baroque era may have reached its zenith in the 17th century, but its influence continued to reverberate throughout Europe and beyond. Even as new artistic styles emerged, the legacy of Baroque grandeur lived on. Baroque art paved the way for the Rococo style, which emerged in France in the early 18th century. While the Rococo embraced many of the Baroque's decorative elements, it favored a lighter, more whimsical aesthetic. Think of the Rococo as the playful younger sibling of the more serious, imposing Baroque. By the mid-18th century, a new artistic movement began to take shape: neoclassicism. As its name suggests, neoclassicism drew inspiration from the art and architecture of ancient Greece and Rome. This return to classical ideals emphasized balance, harmony, and restraint, a stark contrast to the exuberance of the Baroque. Section 6. Beyond Baroque, Seeds of Change. The Baroque period's impact on Western art and culture was profound and lasting. Its legacy of grandeur, drama, and emotional intensity continues to inspire us today. Seeds of change were sown even during the height of the Baroque. the Enlightenment began to challenge the Church's authority and question long-held beliefs. This shift led to new styles reflecting the changing times. The echoes of the Baroque era can still be heard in modern art. The Baroque's legacy continues to resonate, reminding us of art's power to move and inspire.